Hello and welcome to episode 337, the Player One podcast for Monday, April 15th, 2013. I'm your host, Chris Johnston. With me, as always, is a guy who learned everything he knows about childcare from the film classic 3 Men and a Baby, Phil Theobald.
No, that's how I perfected my Gutenberg impression.
Which is all you know, that's what you know about childcare.
That's all I know.
I can't wait to hear it. Even though your facial hair is a little more Selleck, I think.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. You're like a ginger Selleck.
Aww.
Yeah.
You're sweet. Hey, I think I figured out a way to blame the NeoGAF for Nintendo Power closing.
Oh, good.
I've submitted an article to Edge, so hopefully they will.
Excellent.
They will run that. Yeah.
I thought that was a pretty good article, actually. It was not scathing or reactionary or anything like that. I thought that was all right.
Did you like that?
Yeah, it was all right.
I don't know. It just seemed like they were. Seemed like they were attacking the wrong entity there. It might have been the fault of the guy being an asshole on Twitter.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Sure. I mean, but yeah, I guess that's true. But I didn't. I guess when I read it, I didn't feel like they were assigning blame to NeoGAF. They were just showing that how NeoGAF tends to bring things to light and escalate them.
And put a flame underneath it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Light a fire on it. All right. Joining us from the frozen north, so he needs a fire. They're up in Canada.
Wow.
So you wrote one intro and then just shut it down.
Is a guy who learned everything he knows about the internet from Sandra Bullock's The Net, or Greg Stewart.
Wow.
Yeah.
These are terrible. Little dialogue box pops up that says, hack the Pentagon, yes, no.
And of course it takes
like N.
About 25 to 30 keystrokes to select that yes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
God, that was a terrible movie.
Rounding out the cast.
Sandra Bullock's movies are usually so good.
That's true.
From the great state
Speed was
of
good.
Utah.
DJ, was Speed a good movie?
Yeah, Speed's a great movie.
Thank you.
Speed's a great movie. I love Speed.
And
Demolition Man. Two great Sandra Bullock movies. There you go. From the great state of Utah is a man who learned everything he knows about complaining about AAA video games by watching Grumpy Old Men, Mike Phillips.
That's so rude. Sandra Bullock was shitty in Grumpy Old Men, by the way. She looked exactly like Walter Matthau. She's really let herself go.
Thought you were going to mention Anne Margaret.
No, Anne Margaret still looks better than Sandra Bullock.
Anne Margaret. Holy cow.
Yeah.
Watch that Bye Bye Birdie. Woo!
Are you saying you would tap that, Phil? Would you tap that ass?
You mentioned Anne Margaret. My reaction, it's kind of like this.
Sproing.
That's what the people who don't watch the YouTube are missing out on.
There you go.
This episode, we don't have many games to talk about, so we're going to talk about 60-year-olds we would bang. Go. We've already done Walter Matthau and Anne Margaret.
Yes.
Who's left?
Carol Channing.
There's nowhere to go but down from there.
The late Margaret Thatcher.
Helen Mirren.
All right.
There you go. Salma Hayek's getting up there.
I think
he's in the 50s.
I think we'd all let Judi Dench boss us around in the sack for a little while.
Yeah,
Why not?
Yeah,
Why
sure.
not? Why not?
She knows James Bond, so
That's true.
All right. So,
this
hey,
is
how
the most
you guys
awkward
doing?
beginning to the show ever.
Yeah.
Is that a Game Shark on that shelf behind you,
I
CJ?
think we've had more awkward beginnings.
Hey,
Yeah.
honey.
Yeah.
Honey. You know what?
Sure.
We need the women's perspective here. Here, come closer. 60-year-old plus people you would.
No, women.
Women.
Or women. You're open-minded. I know this. That you would bang.
Be careful how you work. Oh, bang.
Patrick Stewart.
What's that?
Patrick
Well,
Stewart.
Patrick
Okay.
Stewart.
Not a chick?
But
Well-
yeah, chick.
Women,
though.
you want women?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Meryl Streep.
Meryl Streep, okay.
I heard somebody say Helen Mirren.
That was me.
Yes, that was you.
Okay.
Let me see.
Do you approve of that?
Yes.
Okay.
If Helen Mirren showed up at the front door right now...
I swear to God, she looks like 45.
Who's this?
Gloria Steinem.
Gloria Steinem.
She's like in her 70s, and she looks like she's 45. I have no idea how that even works.
There you go.
Yeah.
So.
I don't know who's 60.
Well, Cindy Crawford's
I mean, there's
now,
women in their 50s, but I mean, do they like kill you off before you hit 60 in Hollywood?
I don't know. CJ's wondering if Cindy Crawford's 60 now, but I don't think so.
I'm thinking not.
This is probably like
it's not quite yet.
Something.
Yeah. Which means she looks 30.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Okay, are you off to the store? Okay.
All right,
and that's our show.
That's our show for this week.
Join us next week for 60-year-old Bangcast.
So I didn't listen to the Bioshock Infinite spoiler cast that you
Neither did I.
But I hear that it was really good.
There were spoilers, so if you haven't
really
finished
good.
the game, it probably makes sense not to do that.
Yeah.
Have you made any progress in the game? Are you close to finishing the game?
No,
I'm
I've made
never finishing that game.
minimal progress.
I am going to finish the game. I prioritized Luigi's Mansion above Bioshock this week, and playing any of Guacamelee, which probably would.
I gotta tell you, I'm 100% behind the idea of prioritizing Luigi's Mansion or Bioshock
over
Before
Bioshock.
Yeah.
Tell me why.
Because Luigi's Mansion is great from start to finish.
It is.
If you can find anything legitimate to complain about in that game, you are a communist.
Wow. I'm up to that
I'm
challenge.
going to find one thing to complain about in that game. Minor thing. Is it has gyro controls for walking across ledges.
Yes, it does.
That's one thing. Even
and
though
the
even though
three
in
times
this
in the game that matters, it's
exactly 3 times in the game, but in this game I found it less annoying than others because if you keep the 3DS fairly level, you don't have to worry about it. And if you hold B to run across the planks that you're on,
it's not done like I want to say like in the first Uncharted, which was the one everyone complained about with the 6-axis, and I want to say that they like even if you were holding the thing level, it seemed like they forced him to start tipping in another direction. That does not seem to happen in Luigi's Mansion.
No,
so that's
every other game that does it has the auto tip on.
Yes.
Luigi's Mansion doesn't, which makes it immediately better than any of the other.
But
games.
the other thing is you don't play it in 3D. I'm assuming if you played it in 3D and you had to tilt the 3DS, it would be aggravating because the 3D
I think
would
I
go
heard that it tells you to turn 3D off.
What?
At that point, is that not true?
That's great. Reach up and slide that thing down and then tilt.
Yeah,
this is great.
I have no idea.
One more function.
I have no idea.
No, one of the things that I will say though,
Okay.
I managed to finish the game this week, and at the end, it does do a couple things that I normally find very frustrating in any kind of action game. But I think it was a testament to how good the game is that even that didn't really bother me. I was just really enjoying it right through the entire game. I don't want to say what it is because I don't want to give it away, but I know CJ's on the final mansion. Yeah.
Yeah, where are you, Phil?
Yeah, I broke down and bought it this week.
Yeah, I saw.
I finally broke down and bought it. I had to go digital, though. I could not find it in stores. So.
Yeah, the couple Targets that I've been in the last week have not had it in.
No.
So.
Yeah, so I actually...
That means it's completely sold out across North America.
Yeah.
Best-selling game in North America.
Nintendo clearly not shipping it.
No,
not
that's
even
right.
bothering to have shipments of it. Because the 3 stores I looked are empty.
The 3 stores.
So, yeah, it's got to be a worldwide problem. Yeah. I'm still on the first mansion.
Mansion, okay.
Yes. So I'm kind of going through it slowly. But
Well,
how are you liking it?
It's great. It's really good for... Okay, caveat. It's great for a game produced by Canadians. So,
So that means it's pretty great.
No, it's pretty fantastic.
Yeah, considering the standard of games we get out of this country, it's actually pretty high praise.
No, I'm very impressed with it. it's really good. I mean, next level does really good stuff anyway. So I am not.
Yeah. This has a lot of game.
Yeah.
You. It's not like the original Luigi's Mansion where you can finish up in 4 or 5 hours.
It's like 12 hours or so.
Wow.
Yeah, my activity log says that I've played it over 13 hours.
Dang.
At this point. So,
it's
quite a game.
Let me bring something up to Stuart's finished it, and CJ, you're...
I'm almost done.
How many mansions are there total?
5.
Okay. So, I'm looking at some tweets here. We got some tweets from good friend hacker alias Mudron.
Uh-huh.
And he says, is it just me, or is Luigi's Mansion a little boring / repetitive? I just beat the 3rd mansion. And then he says...
Son of a bitch.
Follows it up and he says, it isn't terrible, I just wish there was more of a story to the ghost / mansions like I hear the first game had. Comments.
What story did the first game have?
Oh, I've heard this before too. So
like
the thing is that the
thread of a
complaint
story.
that I've heard is that in this game the ghosts are kind of, I don't want to say they're generic, but there's 4 or 5 types of ghosts, and you fight mixtures of those in every room, and they change a little bit throughout the game. But in the first game, I think the whole idea was where you had that family that lived in the mansion, so that was kind of the underlying story, for what it was worth, was that you were going through...
They're pretty different in each room.
They were thematically different,
Yeah, whereas once you've seen like the 4 or 5 types of ghost in this game, which you do see pretty fast, those are mostly the only thing you're going to see for the rest of the game. Although they do change it up a little bit later on. So I have heard that complaint. Yeah. It doesn't bother me because I honestly didn't even remember that was the case with the original Luigi's Mansion until people started bringing it up.
Okay.
And I've played through that game 2 or 3 times, so it wasn't that. What I'm saying is, it didn't seem like that important of an element to that game.
And I mean, and I, have just barely gotten into Luigi's Mansion, so perhaps I can't really comment. But Nintendo games are never really about the story.
Unless you're playing Zelda.
Are Zelda games really about the story, though?
Skyward Sword was all about the story.
Well, okay.
But you would know, because you didn't play it.
Yeah, because it was boring.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
But the story's all the same, I guess, right? I mean, in Zelda, do you really pay attention to the nuances of saving
That's just
the princess?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I agree.
And, to their credit, the mechanics are all exactly the same, too, so that's nice.
Yeah.
You just hate fun.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually surprised, Mike, you didn't download it after we've been heaping praise on this game.
I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it physically, though. Like I've said before, the download is not gonna work for me on 3DS because I have 2 that are roaming the house, and I never know which one I'll have access to. So I'm gonna get it on cartridge. I just have to be able to escape the home to do so. To go back, shut in.
Sorry, just to finish off here with Mudron's question, though,
No,
I will say that
if he's just... enemy
of the show. He said he just finished the 3rd mansion, and I've got to say that was probably the weakest boss fight.
Oh, really?
It was quite repetitive, so I could see being down on the game at the end of the 3rd mansion, for sure.
Okay.
But he's still wrong, and I hope he continues to play it.
Mike mentioning the need for physical copies of the 3DS game. I actually encountered that this week during my search for Luigi's Mansion. I resorted to going to a GameStop. If you can believe it, like a savage.
What have we come to?
Yeah.
Did they have a used one without the case that you could buy for $34.95
for $5 less
with soda stains on it?
Not a bad deal.
That's not soda.
No, What is it then? How do you mistake?
I don't even know how you'd confuse those. Yeah, that's.
I don't know what soda's
Greg,
drinking. But I mean, he's in Atlanta. He's in Atlanta, so he gets the experimental flavors of Coke.
Now, you are
drinking
sick.
Too much Coca-Cola.
You are very sick if you are having caramel-colored ejaculate.
You're like the worst character from Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
Oompa Loompa Doopity Demon.
Yikes.
You've got some caramel colored semen. It works. What do you get when you take too much pop?
Yes, continue.
You have a very sickly money shot. It doesn't quite work.
Oh my god.
But for on the fly, I think
Man,
we can work
this
pretty
year's
good.
Christmas song is going to be fantastic.
I don't like the looks of it. Yeah, so
CJ's going to be giggling the rest of the show now.
yeah.
It's not going to be all to stop.
Potentially.
But while I was at the GameStop,
Yes.
I was looking around the store for things to steal, and
As you do.
yeah,
Sure.
and a mother came in with her kids, and she was looking for.
Did she complain about Luigi's Mansion being a game for warlocks?
No, although it does
Got warlocks in it.
it does feature the undead though, which makes it equally satanic. So
Yeah.
she
Ripping to the clerk for not selling Grand Theft Auto 4 to her 5-year-old.
was that a thing?
Oh God, yeah.
Did that happen? No,
Just
but
a
actually, she was looking for Luigi's Mansion, and the clerk explained that no, they were sold out, but that they totally sold the gift cards, so they could buy, one of the prepaid cards, and then you can, you'll get a code on your receipt, and then you go home and you put in your code, and then you can download the game. And how amazing is that? As opposed to just going home and downloading the game.
It's the future.
It's always better to have that middleman in there to make things slightly more complicated. And then, of course, the mother had to ask if that would allow both of her kids to play the game. Does the code only work once? Because my kids trade it back and forth, and
Yep.
Yeah.
I could see him struggle for just the
Why don't you
briefest
just
of
buy
moments.
2 digital copies?
Yeah, to try and figure out a way to still keep the sale, but he finally did. There was that
Got
beat.
a live one here.
Why don't you just tell me the name of the movie you'd like to see?
He finally had to break and just no, it'll just work once. So, Mom said she'd have to keep
So
looking
she put one of her kids up for adoption and bought the digital code, and it was a happy ending.
You can trade in your kid today. You'll get. we have a promo going now where you get 10% extra store credit if you do
and
trade in
$10
your
off
kid.
an Android tablet.
Yes. So
I don't know why.
there you go.
Mike, stop playing
cause.
Guacamelee and pay attention.
I'm not paying. Look, it's way over here. I don't even have my Vita on.
Oh,
It's off. See?
Wow.
I don't believe that.
Quit
I am focused.
sexting, then.
I'm
You're
focused
sexting.
on the matter. I'm focused on this discussion of GameStop.
Yes.
The availability of Nintendo cartridge games.
What's on your shirt there, Mike? I see some woods, but is there
Tomato
more
sauce.
No, I can't. You gotta
Say
talk,
something.
Mike.
It's like
Hold on.
trees and shoes.
Okay.
They sort of merge into each other.
Well, that's weird.
Cute little T-shirt.
That's blowing my mind. That's like a
It's
like a-
really
yeah.
it's an environmental statement.
yeah.
I really care about the Earth.
It says take
That's
only
what I'm all
pictures, leave only footprints.
Exactly.
Okay, there you go.
One set of
Like this
footprint
shirt.
specifically.
And
in the
CJ,
sand.
CJ's taking off his shirt. I have that same shirt, CJ.
You do?
Yep, because we're nerds with a very limited wardrobe.
That's right.
We don't have any big boy clothes.
No, not really.
ladies.
No.
Really.
That's right.
I have a clip-on
All right.
tie that I have to wear to the job interviews.
One week I'd love for you to podcast in your Spider-Man underoos.
I could.
I don't have any of those. Glance.
And
yeah.
for the record, I know how to tie a tie. Thank you.
Because
For
you
the
had
record-
you worked at Babbage's when
Because I
when
worked
it
at
was acquired.
Babbage's. Back
for the
back in
record,
day.
when I was a child, my mom convinced me to wear Spider-Man underoos as my Spider-Man Halloween costume, and I was too young and stupid to understand how terrible that was.
I feel your pain. I went as Superman one year in my underwear.
So let's talk for a moment about nerdy ties.
Nerdy ties?
Because Phil, I know you probably didn't wear a regular tie. Right?
What?
Am I right? You had some nerdy ties there.
Are you trying to segue me into talking about the Pokemon tie you got me in Japan?
That's exactly right.
CJ,
I have one too.
Hang on, I'm going to play Guacamelee now.
I did have a lot of novelty ties, and CJ got me a Pokemon one from Japan.
Pokemon one. Yeah, I have an NX tie.
I also had a Tamagotchi tie.
Ooh, nice.
So that
all
dates
right.
me.
So I guess we're done talking about Luigi's Mansion. I'm on the
as of about 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, I'm on the 5th mansion, about to finish that up.
What's today? Real quick.
It's the
April
14th?
the 14th, 2013.
Shit, my taxes.
I guess that means we can go along to talking about Guacamelee.
There we go.
Oh wait, I don't pay taxes.
That was a little joke. That was a little
some
comedy bit
great
there.
shtick. I would call it shtick.
You want to see another great shtick?
Not really.
Nah.
Okay.
All right, Guacamelee.
So what are we talking about now?
Another Canadian.
Guacamelee.
All about Canadian games.
Drinkbox
Yeah,
Studios.
Toronto's own.
Let me
Canada's
say
own.
this.
Yeah.
Let me say this. Best title of the year, for one thing. I don't think there's going to be a better title for a video game this year.
Okay.
What about this one? Madden 25.
Ooh.
It's true.
Madden. Think
Are they
about
really
that.
calling
Let that
it Madden
marinate.
25 this year?
Madden 25.
That's what they're calling it?
Madden 25.
Are they actually calling it that?
Madden 25.
Holy cow. Okay. Second
What are they
best
gonna
title
call-
of the year.
What are they going to call
Guacamelee.
the version that comes out in 2025?
They're
then?
just going to blow up the fucking studio. It's over.
Madden 25 over 365.
Well, let's
That could
be
work.
honest.
Pound
They have no
reload.
problem with naming new games old games.
That's
That's
when
true.
When Square
Need for
Enix
Speed,
buys
Hot Pursuit.
Electronic Arts. That's when you'll have Madden 365 over 2.
And then if it doesn't sell 10 million copies, they're going to shutter the whole place.
Yep.
What? You only sold 3 million in the first month? Here's
Dream Drop Distance or whatever the fuck.
I had no idea.
Final Fantasy 13-4.
I had not been following the development of Guacamelee, so it just sort of took
Really?
me by surprise. Yeah, I knew
okay.
nothing about it, and then suddenly everyone was talking about it.
Yeah.
Like,
Same
oh,
here.
this awesome game comes out today, and everyone should buy it. And
Yeah.
I knew nothing of it, and then I watched the trailer and was like, oh, this looks pretty good, and then realized, oh crap, it's the mutant blobs attack people. So
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
suddenly that went from me not really. I mean, I don't want to say not caring about it because it looked like a pretty cool game and obviously getting some good buzz, but just kind of like, okay, I'll see what this is. To wow, well, I kind of have to get this now.
Yeah.
Because Mutant Blobs is fantastic and Guacamelee.
It's all right.
And hey, $12 cross-buy.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Can't
$12
really go wrong.
cross-buy game. Awesome.
If you're PlayStation Plus member.
Guacamelee is outstanding.
Yep.
It's really, really quite good.
Yes. I think people need to take a look at this game and realize how to put in a whole bunch of cool nostalgic references without becoming a retrocity.
Yeah.
Because there are a ton of them in the game, but
Yeah.
it never comes to the point where it's like, oh my god, really?
Well, it's all in the background, too.
Exactly.
Yeah, you
They're the
know.
kind of things that you actually look for, knowing that there might be something there instead of them slapping you in the face with it. And also they adapt them to be thematically correct with what they're doing. You know, they make them look kind of clever and part of the world instead of showing you what they looked like on your NES for some reason.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. A little too heavy on the internet memes, perhaps.
You can never be too heavy on internet memes.
I just
Never.
have to say that I was playing it just before we started, and I got what I think is the final power, or one of the final powers, and I was really disappointed with the name of it.
Can you double jump?
Ceiling cat?
You can double jump?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, good. Okay. I'm not that far in it yet.
Yeah.
I am not too terribly far either.
What did I...
Big surprise.
So let's say I guess spoiler. I guess I got the headbutt move.
I got
recently.
That. Yeah, we're probably in about the same place then.
Yeah, I'm a little past there right now. I've gone into oh, you know what? I just got the power where you can switch dimensions at will.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, you're moving right along then.
Okay, yeah. So I'm a little past
progress.
that. I guess it's
how about that Chuzo statue, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, like that.
Nice.
Yeah.
So That's funny.
Pretty funny stuff. I hear the game's not terribly long.
We're seeing like 6-hour completion time from some people, although I doubt that I'm going to be able to do it.
That's perfect. That's perfect for me.
Perfect. Yeah. That is fine.
I don't need another 20-hour game.
No.
It does the two things that a game like this sort of Metroid-style game, has to do correctly, and most of them don't. It meets out the powers that you get at just the right interval. You know, just when you think, okay, maybe I'm done getting powers and I've mastered this, and then you see something that you can't quite figure out, and then you get the next power, and it all makes sense. It does that pretty much perfectly. And the other thing that it does that I think really well is get you right to the precipice of frustration, and then you finally figure it out and are able to do it. Like, there have been a half a dozen times where I've sworn that I'm going to fly to Toronto and burn their building down, and then 20 seconds later I get past that part, and then I'm back in business. And I love that.
Just before we started recording, that is exactly one of the points I hit, and I don't know if I'm gonna. I really don't know if I'm gonna be able to get through it, because it's one of the game likes to, and this happens a lot. The further you get in, you'll walk into a room and the walls will fall down, like close, and then you're in like an arena battle for however long. And I'm in this one right now where the first wave of enemies is pretty easy, but the second wave is two of those dudes wearing the yellow ponchos who roll around.
Oh, those yellow poncho dudes.
Pain in the ass.
Yes.
And then there's an enemy that's introduced later that has 4 swords.
Yeah, and he spins like crazy.
Yes, and one of the dudes in the poncho has a red shield. The other guy has one of the multiple white shields.
Yep.
And the dude with the swords has a yellow shield. And oh my god, I just can't do anything in that room. I'm just getting completely destroyed in that room over and over and over again. So I was like, I'm so high on the game. I just grabbed it last night, and I couldn't really stop playing it. And then I hit that point just before we started recording. I'm like, yeah, I was about to buy a plane ticket myself.
Yeah.
I don't know if this stays true in the rest of the game. It seems like there are a lot of points where it's auto-saving pretty frequently.
It's auto-saving every time you come to one of those stores.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it gets the combat gets pretty tough too when it introduced those multiple layer shields and different color shields on the enemies. Yeah. The platforming gets fucking diabolical when you are on moving walls that alternate between dimensions, so you have to be stuck to one wall, jump, switch dimensions to make a wall disappear, double jump, uppercut, then switch the dimension back, then grab onto the wall. It's like maddening, but so great when you do it.
Yeah. Wow. The other thing is that Mike was saying that what the game does right, the control in that game is just perfect.
It is snug. Yeah, it's really tight.
Yeah. I mean, you feel like the areas that Mike's talking about, and there are a ton of them, especially when you get, I'm in the Temple of War right now. And I mean, there's just like these lengthy sections where that's all you're doing, and you screw up a lot, but every time it's like I had to kind of stop myself and say, okay, I needed like X and then R2 and then
you have to stop doing that and let the muscle memory take over.
Yeah,
basically.
exactly.
That's the only way to do it.
And you can't panic. As soon as you start to panic, you're gonna fall. Yeah. And there's a couple areas now where I actually have a dash move, where I have to dash through 3 of these pillars, and I have not been able to do that yet. Yeah. But it's nothing that is required. It's for
for one of the red chests or something like that.
Yeah, which I'd love to get, but I'm kind of okay with leaving them behind right now.
Yeah, those are really tough.
But yeah, the platforming it is a bitch, but you just have to kind of calm down and really think your way through it. You're usually all right.
In terms of control, I'll be curious to see what you think when you play it on the Vita. I've been alternating between the two, which is great because I love the fact that I'm playing on the PS3 and I just upload the cloud save and then turn on the Vita, and even if I'm already playing Guacamelee, you just go into the options and load the cloud save and it puts you right where you were. It's awesome.
It's great.
But since the Vita doesn't have as many buttons as a PS3 controller, to do the chicken morph, you have to swipe down on the screen and then swipe up to unchicken, basically.
I don't think you have to swipe up.
No, you can just swipe down
just
again.
swipe. Okay.
Yeah.
Actually, it's funny because I played it almost entirely on the Vita at first.
Okay.
And I only switched to the PS3 today. And actually, it really messed me up for a while because I kept trying to hit L1 to roll, and I would keep transforming into a chicken.
Yeah.
But
and you kept running up and pawing at your TV to...
Yeah, pretty much. Trying to swipe at the screen. But when I'm interested on the Vita, when you can swap between the living and the dead world, how do you do that on the Vita? Is it the back touch screen?
No, it's the right trigger.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yep.
Interesting.
Yep. And the left trigger is the roll or the right stick.
Yes, I realized that later too.
Yeah. Yeah, I had been playing it almost exclusively on the Vita and then switched to the PS3, and holy shit, does it look good in HD. I mean, it is beautiful on an HD TV.
I started playing it on the PS3 and then switched over to Vita for a little bit, and it's just kind of I think I might go back and just keep playing this on the
well,
the PS3.
The
Not
thing
that it
is
looks bad on Vita,
no,
but it just looks terrific. It's just gorgeous on the PS3.
Yeah.
The artwork's like super detailed, and it's just screen size on the Vita really is the problem I find.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
The game this reminds me the most of that I get to pimp again right now is Outland, and if people have not played Outland, they should really play Outland because it has kind of everything that's going on here, plus the cool Ikaruga style bullet hell color switching that Outland does. And it's probably really cheap by now, $10 maybe at the most.
That is a very good game.
It was free on PS Plus for a time as well.
Yeah. Yes, indeed.
Game.
Whatever.
Cool. Yeah, it's a great game. Guacamelee is awesome.
And that's all the games we have to talk about this
and that's
time.
it.
It's the best named game of the year, from what I understand. Guacamelee.
Maybe
GNOTY.
second best. Maybe second best.
I'll tell you the only negative that I have to say about Guacamelee, and it is a very strong negative.
Oh, jeez. This is going to be something about you and next bits, isn't it?
Narrative dissonance again?
Is that I have seen the grotesque portmanteau Metroidvania more times this week than I have seen in maybe a year's time, and I would like to self-harm every time I...
Although I will say I thought it was kind of clever because the other one that's going around is Mexicovania.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm with you on that, yes.
Yeah.
I hate that word so much.
Yeah.
Metroidvania.
It's not quite shmup for me, but it's up there.
No, it's getting there.
What about Wiimote?
That's way up there for me too. I hate that. That's gross.
Yeah.
I was trained out of saying Wiimote during my tenure at Nintendo Power.
I'll bet.
Yeah. You cannot say that.
You can't
you
do
cannot
it.
say Wiimote.
Same here. The first game I worked on that was on the Wii, that was sort of beaten out of us as well. It's like, don't call it the Wiimote, especially in any kind of correspondence you have with Nintendo.
Yeah. It's the Wii remote.
Yeah.
What about saying Microsoft with the M and the $sign?
Oh, well, yeah.
That's okay.
Corporate branding.
Let me bing that real quick and see. That's something I wonder. When you get that job at Microsoft, how much do they have to just harangue you to get you to stop saying in casual conversation that you're going to Google something?
Oh, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. Let's ask Major Nelson.
They just opened a Microsoft store in Salt Lake City the first one in the state. And to commemorate the grand opening, they had a big name, big label band come and perform. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Train.
Train still exists?
Train, exactly.
Really? Wow. What?
They opened the Microsoft store in Salt Lake City. I have no idea. I don't even know who that is, if I'm being honest, but it sounded pretty lame.
Train.
Drops of Jupiter. Wasn't Drops of Jupiter? Wasn't that their song?
Oh, yeah. No, they've had more recent songs.
Oh,
but they're like just complete shit. Adult contemporary crap.
They're apparently from San Francisco. And they apparently broke up in 2006 and reformed in 2009.
For Microsoft.
With Steve Ballmer as the lead singer.
For the good of everybody else. Why couldn't they have stayed broken up like Creed?
It's tragedy.
Yeah.
Creed.
All right.
You know what? I think it's time for me to... I'm looking at their Wikipedia page right now. They have media and other appearances. I think I may have to update this.
Yes.
Give me the exact... Do you have the exact date that store opened?
I'll dig it up. Yeah, it was like 2 days ago, I think.
Okay, great.
Played. Yeah.
Yeah, we should definitely update that on their Wikipedia page.
That's awesome.
So terrible.
The Microsoft Store. Oh man!
Good times. I wonder if your Microsoft Store will become the Dance Central demo area, like it is in the mall over here.
Is it really?
It's like the store itself is empty, but there are people crowded around the Dance Central stuff.
That's weird.
That's it.
I don't know.
Yeah. All right. Should we take a break?
You should go in to the Microsoft Store like once a week and ask if they have a copy of Sneakers for the Xbox.
Then ask where the Genius Bar is.
I know Sneakers is a Toys R Us exclusive, but I figured maybe you guys
have a copy
have
of that
it, because it's it is a Microsoft game, so
I'm sure they'll be able to help you for that. With that,
we gonna get a new Sneakers game.
No.
CJ,
I don't think so.
Shouldn't you get on there?
I have it though. I do
you?
own a copy of Sneakers.
Have you played through it?
No.
Have you ever played it?
No, I don't think so.
Is it opened?
Let me check. I'll check during the break.
Okay, it's probably right behind you on your shelf.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Next
All
to
right,
Train
let's break.
box set.
Oh God. No.
He's gonna go
Double live CD.
More like a runaway train.
Double live
up
in
the
Budapest.
charts.
Runaway train never come back.
Let's take a break then.
Okay. We're breaking right now. Can't you
Oh,
tell?
this is the break?
This is the break.
I wasted my break singing Runaway Train.
Here, let me go look for my copy of Sneakers. This will be entertaining.
Not the movie.
Yeah, boy.
Oh, boy.
He is just turning around.
Yeah, he is. Yep.
Look at all the boxes back there.
Yeah, he lied to us about cleaning out those
he's
boxes.
not.
He just... Oh, yeah, that was his trick. Because he was like, oh, I'll pan the camera left and right. See? But he put them all...
It's all below the camera.
It's just all on the floor now. Yeah.
And there it is.
CJ is always within a 30-second reach of his copy of Sneakers. It's a good thing you always have that at the ready.
Yes.
It's open,
Just
though,
in
right?
case.
Is it open?
It is open.
Bust out the manual. Let's take a look.
Live reading.
Yeah.
Ooh, and it's got like an Xbox game pamphlet as well. Hmm.
This is we're gonna have a...
The subtitle is Small Heroes.
We're on
Big
break
Adventure.
right now, so...
Is he still asleep?
Yeah, he's still sleeping.
Good for him.
Yeah. My wife's back from the store.
It's a color manual.
Well, yeah. Very nice.
Back when they used to do that sort of thing.
CJ's gonna start doing the his own series of Let's Play videos.
Let's play Sneakers. Only about sneakers, though.
Yeah.
The series is called Let's Play Sneakers, and
this Let's Play I'm using
parts
the
to
Duke controller.
Yeah.
What do you got there, hon?
Bread.
Oh.
And then afterwards, I'm going to do Let's Play Links 2.
Links 2.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Time
what
Sweeper.
Sonic became.
Yeah.
There.
I actually kind of liked the first Blinks.
I remember.
Yeah.
You know, it did have problems, but you know, wasn't terrible.
Yeah.
Phil's going to do a live
Better than
grocery
Street
cleanup.
Frenzy.
We're going to do a live unbreading
Yeah.
of our whole wheat bread.
Nice.
Whole wheat, that's what old people eat.
That's what healthy people eat.
Old, healthy people.
Yeah. How's your Wonder Bread?
Hey, so which
I eat whole
iTunes
grain.
store should I go to read a review? Should we try the UK store, see if there's any
I don't
reviews in
know.
there?
Go to the
Sounds good.
Japan iTunes.
I'm going to do it.
Okay.
Japan iTunes.
Is Mike guacameleing?
No,
What are you doing?
I'm
Porn.
seeing if my semen is caramel colored.
Oh. Do you need me
The
to
test.
say
With the
anything
Vita, with the
to
Vita touchscreen.
You want other
sense.
opinions?
I would like a second opinion.
I can talk you through it if you'd like. Runaway train never come back.
Oh, God.
What?
Nothing at all.
How much
Oh, my
longer are we
dear.
going to do this crap? I hope you got a lot of tweets there,
please?
CJ.
Sure, what flavor?
No, we don't.
Clear,
Shit.
please. Thank you, dear.
It's going to be the shortest
Hey, we
episode
have
ever.
23 reviews in the UK store.
Very much.
Although the latest one is from 2012. That's great.
Really?
Yeah.
That's the UK store?
Yeah.
Come on,
UK
UK
watches
people.
us, listens to us.
Yeah, what's up
Come
with
on,
that?
UKers. Oh, speaking of the UK, I got a tweet from Peter Serafinowicz the other day.
Really?
Yeah. I tweeted
Who's
him
that?
'cause he
Oh no. Phil's gonna
British-
walk off.
British comedian. He's very funny. Very
Doesn't
funny.
help.
That's true.
Very funny.
Yeah.
But he did some voices in Lego City Undercover. And I was trying to figure out who he voiced because the credits don't list
Say.
voice actors, and I figured because he's actually a pretty decent voice actor because you can't always tell it's him. So I figured he was doing Forrest Blackwell, who I don't know if you've encountered yet, CJ, the kind of rich dude, the snobby rich guy. I take it by your confused expression you have not.
No, I like that Mike and Greg are clearly paying attention to
I'm
every...
actually looking something up that's very relevant to this conversation.
It's
I'll be back for more Peter Serafinowicz talk later.
Yes. But I couldn't figure out who else he did, so I sent him a tweet
Yeah.
saying, "Hey, I figure you're Forrest Blackwell, but who else did you do?" And he responded to me
Nice.
to let me know that he is the voice of just a generic farmer, and then of the fire chief who you meet later in the game. And I still have the erection because Peter Serafinowicz recognized me. He
Okay.
acknowledged
I
me.
ask nicely,
Alright,
will you
Ben.
tell me who Peter Serafinowicz is?
He's a British comedian.
Apparently, we're supposed to know this.
Well, you're not.
Yeah, he's in
I just told you who he is. He's
Shaun
in,
of the Dead.
Yeah, he has a brief role in Shaun of the Dead.
That doesn't help.
He was in. Did you ever watch Spaced? That Simon Pegg said. Yeah. Did you ever see Look Around You?
No.
Oh, that's a definite no.
What do you mean? That's what?
Look Around
What's
You's
that
good.
mean?
It means you do not have refined taste.
That's right.
in, like
Man.
the best comedy.
That's exactly
Look
what it
Around You's
means.
fantastic. Man, I love Look Around You. He was also the voice of Darth Maul in The Phantom Menace
Did Darth
Really?
Maul have a voice?
for a little bit.
Yeah.
He said, "At last we will reveal ourselves to the Jedi. At last we shall have revenge."
Man,
Exactly.
that is a good Peter Serafinowicz impression you just did.
Thank you.
That's fantastic.
My bad Darth Maul impression was actually more of a bad Emperor impression.
Hmm.
Yeah.
All right, and we're back.
You want this?
How about that?
Take it from me. Strike me down.
He's
going.
taunting Luke.
Oh, I'm afraid the deflector shield will be quite operational when your friends arrive.
All right, in case you forgot,
You're listening to The Return of the Jedi, Star Wars Episode 6. Let's see what Han and his buddies are up to on the Force Moon of Endor.
oh, yeah. So during the break, picked up this little thing, this little guy, sneakers.
Yeah, he got his copy of Sneakers. It took him...
So proud of yourself.
30 seconds to find that copy of Sneakers.
Yeah.
Grosses me out how proud you are of yourself.
Is there anyone else on this planet who is within such immediate reach of a copy of Sneakers?
My copy's
for
in a box
Xbox?
down in
No.
the basement.
Probably not.
Yeah.
Maybe somebody who worked on the game.
CJ keeps his copy of Sneakers closer to him than he keeps his daughter. At all
Well,
times.
that's true. She's not here right now, so
At all
I
times.
can't disprove that.
Where's she at? Is she out with mom?
Yeah,
Somewhere?
she's at the doctor. She's got pink eye.
Why are you laughing? Your terrible father.
Man, CJ does find that very humorous.
Yeah.
Sucker! The experiment was a success. She has pink eye.
That's right.
Now to find out what other things you shouldn't rub in your child's face.
Crossed a couple off the list there.
That's true. Raw beef. Okay. We get her healed up, we'll move on to raw chicken.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's do an
Terrible.
iTunes review. What do you think
Terrible
about that?
father.
Window behind me.
Well, that's yeah.
What's that? Oh yeah, look at that.
It's hard to see.
Who? What?
Yeah.
Children? Children playing?
Stewart's pointing to his copy of Sneakers.
Oh, okay.
Right behind him out the window there.
Well, that's very exciting.
Yeah.
All right. Let's do an iTunes review. This time from the UK iTunes
Wow.
store.
Probably a pretty recent review too, huh?
No. Actually, the most recent review we have is from October 2012.
Now UK, I don't know, you probably won't hear this, but I spent the whole break talking about how awesome Peter Serafinowicz is. So
That's true.
So-
You did.
I have great love for you and your people. So
And I chimed in with my
No.
agreement as a big Serafinowicz fan.
No, I don't think that's
See?
how
That's
it
pretty
happened.
much how that happened. Are
I
you going to
recently-
read this review in a British accent?
No.
Come
'Cause that would
on.
be- You don't want to hear
That's
my
because
British
you
accent.
suck.
You don't want to hear it.
How about an Irish accent?
No. Mm-mm.
Scottish.
How about a Welsh accent?
No. No. No.
How about Australian?
How about Midwest accent? Like
Okay.
Chicago
Fair
area?
enough.
Has to be really exaggerated though. Like
The
sassage. and-
Bears. The
Yeah.
Bears. All right, let's read this one. This one is a throwback review from September 11th, 2009.
Oh,
9/11. Never forget.
we'll never forget this
Never
review.
forget.
Never forget this review.
Is this a 5-star review?
This is a 5-star.
Finally,
review.
something good happens.
Would you consider this a
Yes.
terrorist attack from the UK on September 11th, 2009?
Yes,
It's
yes,
5
I would.
stars. It's 5
5
stars.
stars though. So
Yeah,
That's
so
how they
it's
get
good.
you.
all right. So keep in mind this is from 2009,
Okay.
and when we actually began this podcast. All right. What?
Wait, 2009?
Yeah.
2000. Okay, that's old.
It is.
That's old.
Yeah. We've been doing this podcast for
Was I even on the show at that point?
probably
I
not.
don't know.
All right. Actually, wait. I'm not going to read that one.
What?
What do you think about that?
All that build up? Why? Why not?
Because it's too good.
What?
All right, let's read a 1-star review. Here we
There
go.
we go. Now we're talking.
When was this from?
This
9/11.
one from also
Just say
from
it's from
9/11.
9/11. Thank you.
Yeah, 9/11. All right, this one is from Hackeralius Retro UK, who says, "Stay on topic, guys."
Whoops.
He says, "Fairly new to this podcast and was enjoying." But the baby talk, come on, guys.
Ah.
Had to delete the latest show as it was boring beyond belief.
Yep.
Baby stories are only ever interesting to the person actually telling them. Most of us have families and kids and play games. Listen to podcasts to escape that stuff. I don't want to tune in and hear inane stories about baby poo. Awful listening at the moment.
I agree with that.
Well, there's a baby right there. Where's the baby? Any poo stories for us, Greg?
Yeah.
Oh, put on your headphones. There you go. Any poo stories for us, Greg?
Poo stories. He's muted.
Oh, he's muted.
I muted myself because there's a whole bunch of kids that just came through the door. So.
Ah, gotcha.
Kids wearing toques.
Yeah.
Kids wearing toques, yep. It's not even cold out. We just wear them here.
That's nice. It's part of the uniform.
Wow. Yes. Oh, man.
Anyway, continue on. I'll be back when the kids clear out.
Okay.
Should we do some tweets? I think we should.
Let's do some tweets.
Sure. Let's tweet it up.
All right.
Just woke up from his nap, so now he's cranky.
Oh, jeez.
Yep. Bring him out here.
Fifth high chair.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Hagarelius the Feege asks, is Phil getting the McBuster... The Feege.
The Feege. It's kind of like... Wasn't that the guy who beat up Arnold on different strokes?
No.
In the bike
that was the Gooch.
With his pants down?
As we learned last week, that was the Gooch.
It was the Gooch.
All right. So he asks, is Phil getting the Megabuster pillow set?
Oh, yes. Have you seen this? You hear about this? It's apparently Capcom Japan bringing out some sort of crazy Mega Man treat. The Mega Man arm pillow. Did we talk about that last week?
No, we didn't.
Okay. Oh, you know what? I talked about it on Points of Articulation, the internet's number one toy podcast, hosted by the fantastic Justin Chang, and co-starring me, Phil Theobald.
Is it the internet's number one?
What?
Indeed.
What? Is it the internet's number one what?
Toy podcast, as you just claimed it was.
It's okay.
Well, these numbers are fuzzy. All right.
You know what?
Megabuster pillow set.
So it's basically a big plush Mega Man gun arm, known to us in the biz as a Megabuster. And the idea is you wear it on your arm.
Is that the Blue Bomber? That's Blue Bomber?
No, here, this is
Blue Bomber.
Let me show you. But
yeah.
But the idea is if you fall asleep, you can just rest your arm on it.
That's right.
And it comes with a little helmet.
Yeah.
What did I say?
You said you could rest your arm on it, which you totally could if you wanted to.
You do, because your arm goes into it, right?
Right. Yeah, so you are resting your arm and your head on it.
Now, you could potentially wear this with your Mega Man underoos as a Halloween costume.
That's
true.
You
may want to consider that.
That's true. I had to import those Mega Man underoos from Japan because they didn't sell them over here.
They must be awfully tight.
Yes, just how I like them. Just how I like them. Uh-oh, guess who's here?
Oh, jeez.
Hi, buddy.
Reprising his role from last week.
That's right. He just woke up. It's okay, he just woke up. Yeah, Mommy's getting him some milk. I do... Yeah, here, bring him here. I'll hold him while you get the milk.
Are you getting it now?
I want it. I really, really want it.
Yeah.
But, it's like $70.
Yeah.
So, I don't know if I $70 want it.
Yeah.
If people... You know what? Kickstarter. I think this is,
I'm sure somebody will do an Etsy version of it.
You know what? I'm going to start a Kickstarter claiming that I want to send my son to a game programming camp because, he needs to know that he can program games just as well as people who know how to operate a computer. And I think that'll get the internet rallied behind him, and we will get thousands and thousands of dollars. And then I can use the money for that. Why weren't you behaving like this last week, kiddo? Huh?
Good question.
You behave like this every other week except for last week.
That's right. All right, so you're not getting a pillow set.
We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
All right.
I would like to. I would like to.
All right.
like to see
Hacker
that.
alias Rich Grisham, friend of the show and an upstanding gentleman, says, "Are you happier with the direction the Vita is going? Seemingly much more indie and less big stuff. Can that make it more popular?"
Has there been a directional change, or is it? I mean, it
There we
seems
go.
No,
He's getting his bottle. There we go.
Yikes.
it seems like
He's
sort
getting
of the
his
same balance to me as it was originally. I don't know. Maybe it's just because there haven't been too many $40 titles recently.
I think that's
Yeah,
probably.
I don't
it.
even know
That's what it
what's
is.
come out since the show in terms of $40 games.
Yeah.
But
I don't know.
that being said, yeah, the more stuff you get like Guacamelee and the more
Totally.
interesting indie stuff that Sony's really good at publishing on their platforms anyway, the more we get of that, the better.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd love
Yeah,
if they
totally.
were able to just kind of scour a whole bunch of the games that are on Steam's list,
that would be
$10 and under games, and
Yeah.
load them up on the Vita. That'd be awesome.
That would be nice.
Yeah. Yeah, the Vita's a great little game machine there
Yep.
now, especially for the indie titles. But, I really like the cross-buy stuff and the cross-play stuff.
Yeah.
I played a majority of Sly Cooper so far on Vita, and Guacamelee, I imagine I'll be playing a lot of that on Vita. So,
Yep.
I like that. Like it.
So
Indeed.
when can we expect Super House of Dead Ninjas on the Vita?
Oh yeah.
No comment.
Do you comment on rumors and speculation?
You should hire that dude from Microsoft.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
Deal with it.
No comment. Deal with it.
And then, right after Xbox Live goes down, right?
Yeah,
Like
that
Xbox
was awesome.
Live is down. So your next gen Xbox would be useless at this point,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yep.
That's the idea, right?
Yeah.
That's right.
Deal with it. Okay.
All right. Yeah, I don't know if the download games are going to make it more popular, because are Sony really advertising a lot of that stuff? I don't
Well,
know.
that's the problem. Is the $40 games get ads on TV, the $12 games get talked about on the PlayStation blog. So
right.
yeah.
Yeah.
kind of a difference in exposure there.
Yeah.
True that.
Indeed. All right. Let's do this one from Hacker Alias, the Defective Ram, who asks, the new Batman Arkham game, excited? Revealed by Game Informer.
Yes.
I guess.
Come on, Mike. Well, what's your?
I didn't really like the last game or the one before it, so
You
whatever.
didn't like the first one even?
I liked it more than Arkham City,
Well,
Really?
that's a given.
and Arkham City I didn't really like other than maybe about the last area, and then Rocksteady isn't even doing this one. Is that the case?
That is correct. Ubisoft Montreal.
Yeah.
They should give it to Ruffian because they really took Crackdown to new levels of awesome. Maybe they should try that.
Terrible.
Yikes.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see what happens, but yeah, if it's not Rocksteady, I don't know.
Not that I mean, before Batman, I don't even know who Rocksteady was, so it's not like they're the gold standard, but they have sort of proven they can do these, and it will be interesting
That's
to
true.
see.
But what I do hope is that whatever the game ends up, I hope it ends up being more of a really linear experience than Arkham, like the first game was, as opposed to Arkham City.
Did you say
just wasn't-
linear or linear?
Linear.
He wants it to be
Lunar
more
would be
like
fine, too.
Lunar.
Lunar. Should be more like lunar. All right.
It really didn't have enough Looney Tunes characters in it. When you think about it.
That's
I think
true.
Marvin the Martian as the villain, now that the Joker's out of the picture, could be pretty good.
That's right.
Well, that's the reason they have to do a prequel, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice crossover with WB Games, you know. Yeah, I could do that.
That's a good point.
All right. Hacker alias Real Jeff Solo says, now that we are into the life of the two, do you feel that the two thumbsticks for your handheld is still a noteworthy design flaw? Meaning 3DS doesn't have two sticks, Vita has two sticks.
Oh,
I don't ever think that it was, even on the PSP,
No.
as long as you're
Yeah, me
programming
neither.
games that are appropriate to the hardware. I think
Precisely.
on the iPhone, having no buttons and no sticks isn't a problem as long as the games are made for the platform.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I want to steal Mike's answer.
I also want to know...
Anybody who said, like, oh, the DS sucks because it only has one analog stick, or even PSP, oh, if it had two, it would have been better. I mean, it probably would have had no effect.
The quality of the analog stick on the PSP was crap, but the fact that there was only one wasn't really a problem.
Right. How long do you think the real Jeff Solo sat and stewed over the fact that he couldn't just get Jeff Solo, and then he had to show that Jeff Solo who was boss by saying, I am the real Jeff Solo?
I don't know. 2 minutes?
Maybe.
3?
I think last week's baby screaming was a better episode than this week.
Wow.
Yes.
All right, let's do this. Let's quickly move to another tweet then. This one from
that would be nice.
Hacker alias Kakita Mike says,
is it the real Kakita Mike, though, is going to be my question on this.
Kakita Mike. Kakita
Translator's
Mike.
note. Kakita Mike means plan.
Plan.
All right. He asks, hey, Mike, which is the laziest storytelling? I think I'm getting pink eye now, too.
Keep rubbing it like that.
Quit rubbing your baby on your face.
Wash your hands once in a while.
Time traveling. Wait, let me read it.
Oh, we're not asking Mike about time traveling, are
Which
we?
is the laziest storytelling? Time traveling or alternate dimensions? Enjoyed the spoiler cast.
Well, the best of all possible worlds is when you conflate the two the way Bioshock Infinite does. Then you have time travel and interdimensional travel, and it's great. Perfect. They're both lazy. Because they're both just a get out of jail free card. No matter what kind of impossible corner you paint yourself into, you just and then we went back in time.
You don't think that it was used at least decent effect in Bioshock Infinite, though?
No, I guess.
Are you guys spoiling the fact that Bioshock Infinite was all a dream?
Or in purgatory.
Oh, okay.
You guys need to finish that game. So we
you got to finish that game.
You need to finish your shut up. Sorry.
Wow.
All right, we're giggling at every stupid joke now.
All right.
Yep.
Let's do. This is a good time for this one. Hacker alias Donald Mick. Your podcast has the momentum of a runaway freight train. Why are you so popular?
Time travel.
Time travel.
All
right.
That's a fair question, though.
That's a fair question.
Let's do this one from Hacker alias Dan Crahan, who asks, with new Sony and Microsoft hardware at E3, what have Nintendo got to do to show they mean business?
Be Nintendo. Show Nintendo games. What? I don't understand.
Oh man, here we go. CJ,
Yeah?
go back to the previous one.
He looked up the line.
Your podcast has the All right.
Yeah.
So what does Nintendo have to do?
Ooh, a tough question, but a fair one. There's no single answer. Some listeners respond to our integrity. Others are more impressed with our incorruptibility. Still others by our determination to lower taxes. And the bureaucrats in the state capitol could put that in their pipes and smoke it.
All right.
There you go.
We've jumped the shark.
I get jokes.
Sure
What was the question?
What does Nintendo have to do at E3 to show they mean business with Sony and Microsoft having hardware there? I don't know. Have compelling games? More compelling.
Nintendo games.
I think they're destined to be overshadowed significantly no matter what. So there's nothing they can do at this E3, I don't think. I mean, they can make people who already own a Wii U excited about things that are coming for it, but when Microsoft and Sony are showing new hardware and new games and that, they're not going to get any of the headlines. They're not going to get any of the buzz. They're not going to get any sort of new buyers excited about what they have.
Heart rate monitor.
Possibly a heart rate monitor. That could work. That's so crazy.
Vitality sensor makes its triumphant return.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know what they could do. Just show more games.
Stop.
And what?
Stop asking tough tweets.
What about
Go back
they
to the
show
Simpsons
off
references.
the
More Simpsons.
Nintendo 3TS, three-dimensional
3DS.
triple screen.
Triple screen.
Handheld.
Holy shit.
Yep.
I like that.
Amazing.
They might do that.
All right. Let's do this one from hacker alias Diothor.
It's pronounced
Yeah,
D.L.
boy.
Hughley.
Deal Hughley. He asks, are any of you interested in Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon?
It looks awesome.
Yes.
Yeah, that does look awesome.
Yes.
And
Did
could
any of
not
you guys-
ask for a better actor?
By
be part
Far
of it.
Cry 3.
Some of you guys started Far Cry 3, right? At least. No?
I did not.
Man.
No.
But that makes me want to go play it just
It
for
does. It really does. I saw the art for it and I was like, holy shit, that looks great.
Well, this is a standalone thing, so you don't
It
even
is.
have to worry about
Well, then
Far
holy
Cry 3.
shit.
that. Oh, really?
Then screw that
Yeah.
game.
Oh, damn! Yeah, I'm not buying that.
Yeah, you're gonna be able to buy it on its own. Yep.
I'm all about that.
A la carte.
Yes, indeed.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's do this one from hacker alias P.O. Rowe, who says Guacamelee is a great game. Why has Sony hidden it from the public? Is Sony's lack of marketing cost-cutting or incompetence?
They are following the same plan they used to such great success with Sly Cooper.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I don't
That
understand
actually
where.
charted on the MPD, right? Didn't it?
I don't know.
Sly Cooper charted at like number 10 on NPD or something like that.
Where
Cool.
do you market a $12 game, or where does anyone market a $12 game?
That's
Microsoft
true.
doesn't have
Yeah.
TV ads and magazine ads for $12 games. That they market it in the appropriate places. There,
Does Microsoft have $12 games?
Well, $10 games, $15 games, whatever. I'm just saying, like Racketeer did not get a television commercial to promote it. You know, I just think that blogs and online advertising are where you're going to see all of those things.
Yeah.
It sucks that they don't get the sort of exposure maybe that some of the AAA games do, but that's sort of
Yeah.
the nature of a downloadable game versus a AAA game.
And there's kind of only so much you can do in terms of like previewing a game like this. I think they did show it at PAX Prime last year,
Yeah.
and it was at PAX East
PAX East.
as well. But when Sony, if you're Sony, the most mileage you're going to get out of that is by promoting it on the PlayStation blog when the game is actually out. So
Pretty much.
yeah,
And then just hope for a lot of good buzz on Twitter, which it's
which
definitely
it
getting.
did get.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's do this one. Let's wrap it up with this. Well,
Maybe not.
all right. Let's do this one. Hacker alias Jerkface Killa, a gentleman and scholar as well, asks, now that Infinite has come and gone, what games are you looking forward to in 2013? Animal Crossing? P.S.
Very much.
To meet you at PAX.
He
didn't meet
met
me at
who at
PAX.
PAX? What?
You guys,
He met-
apparently.
He met Greg and
Oh,
me
yeah.
at PAX.
Face kill us.
Yeah, Jerkface Killa.
Thanks for
definitely.
remembering Greg, you
Yeah,
prick.
really. Definitely. I was trying to learn people's real names when we
You're
were
a
at PAX, not
jerk
not their computer hacker names.
Hacker alias.
Big fan of Animal Crossing. I can't wait to play that game.
Yeah.
Can't you tell by the
there's-
excitement in my voice?
There's lots of good stuff coming. You've got to be
Last of Us.
excited for Grid 2 next month, Greg, right? Yes? No?
Yeah.
Not a Grid
Eh.
fan. Interesting.
No, not really.
Huh.
I played some of it at PAX East, and it's all right. I'm not crazy about it.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, definitely The Last of Us in June is.
Oh yeah.
That's,
Yeah.
Mhm.
that's the next big one.
Also, looking back, I mean, I still haven't even cracked open Tomb Raider or God of War.
Yeah.
So those two, I'm actually very excited to play finally.
Yeah.
But yeah, probably Last of Us is the biggest thing I care about this year.
And then just looking forward to E3 and seeing what actually will be out this fall.
How many thousands of dollars we're spending on new hardware this year?
Pretty much, yeah, pretty much. Or how much money Microsoft is going to save me.
They're not going to announce the prices at E3. There's no way.
No, but if they come out this year, will we not know how much they cost?
True. That you will.
I'm no mathlete,
Yes.
but...
All right, then. But do you have sneakers? No, you don't. Oh, you do. Damn it.
I don't. I don't even know what sneakers is.
You haven't Mint in Box, really?
Xbox game with mice.
Yeah. It was one of the big, well,
No, it wasn't.
touted Japanese developed games for the Xbox, right?
Yeah. Ended up as a Toys R Us exclusive and wasn't very good.
Hit the clearance
So, of
shelf.
course, we all ran out and bought it the first day it came out.
I think I
And
bought it
as a
when it was on the
result-
clearance shelf. Not right
That was
away.
the first day it came out.
As a result of being a not very good Japanese developed game that was a Toys R Us exclusive no one heard of and withered on the vine, years later on a podcast we spend up to 12 minutes talking about it. That makes good
Right.
sense.
Just wait for our game club on Cocteau Chojin.
All according to Kakita Mike.
Alrighty, that's our show for this week. Thank you very much for listening.
Suddenly you turned into the dog from Chuck E. Cheese. What happened there? That
What?
was weird.
What?
His voice.
Dog from Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah, you know, the banjo playing.
We only
Dog.
know the Rockafire explosion.
Exactly.
Now, if you were to say that he
Canada, I
turned
know not
into
what you
Fats
speak.
the gorilla, then yes, I would get that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Head on over to player1podcast.com/337 to check out the blog entry for this episode and post your comments.
7 was a better show.
227. Or you can listen to that episode if you didn't like this one.
Why would you?
Greg Ford was on that one.
Yeah,
Jasper T. Jowls is his name. Jasper T. Jowls.
Jowls.
This episode is really all about us searching Wikipedia while we stumble along to the next joke to explain 3 jokes ago what the hell we were talking about.
That's right.
That is what
And-
this episode is all about.
On player1podcast.com, you'll find our contact info, blog entries like the one that Mr. Greg Seward did on KO Flying Squadron.
Doing my best to do a little content for the website.
Yeah.
Oh, do you like that KO Flying Squadron?
Yeah, it was a pretty decent little game. It's cute.
Yeah.
Reminded me of Samurai Pizza Cats.
Really?
Yeah. Go read the
I
article.
actually have a copy of that game.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, it's a fun little game. I also have the Saturn
KO
sequel.
Yugetai.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
John Riccardi gave me a copy of the Saturn game.
Yeah, which was a platformer game as opposed to a
Yeah.
shmup.
Oh, Jesus.
Gross.
It was more of a Metroidvania game.
Gross.
Yeah. And on player1podcast.com, you'll find a message board where you can discuss this very episode with us and our other listeners.
If you'd like to subscribe to the Player One Podcast, you can do so by visiting player1podcast.com or by going to the iTunes Music Store. While you're at the iTunes Music Store, you can also invest $1.99
Cheap.
to pick up the Player One Podcast iPhone application, which gives you one-touch communication with us via the voicemail, the emails, the Twitters, what have you. We also have our past every episode ready to stream right to your listening device. And hey, Android cell phone telephone users! Player One Podcast iPhone application is available for your listening device as well for that same $1.99.
So thanks to Sean Smith this week,
Yeah.
friend of the show, Sean Smith, I finally found out where your hacker alias came from.
You know what? That's not... I mean, that might have been like a subconscious thing, but that is not actually where I got my little hacker
Really?
alias. Yeah, strangely enough.
Where did you get it from?
Okay, really? You want to
Okay,
know?
never mind.
It's one of my stories with like 10
What I'm
minutes.
referring to is the
Yeah,
Dr.
probably
Demento show.
Some kind of Doctor Who type thing.
And there
What?
was a dude on there who called himself Whimsical Will, correct?
Whimsical Will, yes. Was
And
one
the
of
whole "and hey" thing is a
And
Dr.
hey!
Demento reference, is it not?
It is. It is.
See, I'm trying to bring it all.
It is.
I'm learning about you. I've known you for years, and I feel like every week I learn more about you, and it's really fun.
It's probably not a surprise to hear that I listened to a lot of the Dr. Demento show back in high school, when I was busy not dating girls. I had plenty of time for novelty music.
Novelty music is the fucking worst.
Oh.
I love that Mike hasn't looked at the camera for like 20 minutes.
I know.
I'm playing Guacamelee while you talk about goddamn Dr. Demento and fucking fish heads, roly-poly fish heads.
Mike,
Another one rides the mother-loving bus.
You add so much to this podcast, a dissenting voice when we're doing our novelty music love-in.
Anyway, we gotta feed our kids, so let's wrap this up.
I took a fish head out to see a movie. Didn't have to pay to get it in.
All right.
Bill Mumy of Lost in Space fame. Were you aware of that? Barnes and Barnes, the fish head folk.
Look, it's not that I'm ignorant of novelty music. It's just that it is
Bill Mumy.
Unimaginably horrible.
I was lurking in the lab late one night. My eyes.
All right.
Where was I? Also cheap. You can find that right over there on the Amazon Android Marketplace. You can check us out on the Stitcher Radio.
Yeah.
And you can check us out. You can watch us. You can watch us most weeks live on the YouTubes. So head over, follow our Twitter to find out when we are recording our next live show, and you can watch Greg play with his baby.
Uh-huh.
Or you can watch Mike play with his Guacamelee. Or you can watch CJ. Oh, CJ.
What?
Put your pants back on. Put it away.
What are you playing with?
No one wants.
What? I'm just playing with my Charmander.
No. Yeah.
Indeed.
I thought you called that your Squirtle.
No.
Oh, okay.
No, this is a Charmander.
Look at you with your Charmander right within reach, too. That's weird. Is that an ash hat behind you?
Yes.
Is that an ash hat behind you? So
right.
this is not so much your little video game den, but your Pokemon role-playing room, right?
That's right.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. CJ?
Yeah?
Thank you.
Sure.
Jeez. Don't oversell it or anything.
Sure. You know.
Seward.
Hey.
Hi.
See
Thank you. Thank you for joining us. Hi, baby.
Can you wave? You can't wave.
No waving yet? No waving yet?
Never mind. We want to scratch Daddy's face off.
Okay. Mike?
Star Trekking across the universe on the Starship Enterprise. Something about Captain Kirk. Under him?
Under Captain Kirk.
That seems naughty.
Like
only going forward, because they can't
Because we can't go reverse, yeah.
Yep. There you go. You know, for a guy who seems to hate novelty songs...
I told you I don't have a lack of knowledge of novelty music. It just blows goats.
You know plenty of them. You know what? If I can find... I'm going to track down a acapella novelty song just to piss two of you off.
I only want to hear Polka Dot Undies and the Shaving Cream song.
I don't know Polka Dot Undies, but I certainly know Shaving Cream.
Of course, sure.
Yes. Yes. And CJ hates acapella for some reason.
I do.
Don't see Pitch Perfect.
I just hate their positive attitudes.
Oh, where in the world is Carmen Sandiego?
No, thank you. No, thank you.
Thank you, Mike.
All right, next week?
Thanks. Sure.
Yes, next week.
Yes.
Sure.
Yeah.
Why not?
With more novelty music stuff.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Later.